Hello, 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 eBay sellers. Come on in, come on in. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. This is a great topic. I've been getting a lot of questions on this, which is Kathy, why are my competitors? I actually just saw this on a community board this morning. I was over there answering some questions. And again, a seller posted, I have my competitors' listings are on my listing. What can I do about this? How do I get rid of this? Why is this here? Because it was a newer seller and they didn't understand it. So come on in and let's discuss it because there are some options. I've talked about it before. I'm going to refer you to that video so you can look at it. But I'm going to talk about this because I discovered something, and this was pointed out to me by an eBay staffer. So you're going to like this one. So come on in, come on in. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me live on my Facebook business page. I'd love to be selling. And I so appreciate you on my YouTube channel, Kathy Terrell. I'd love to be selling, and do hit subscribe. And that way you're notified when I'm putting up new videos, which you're going to love. And then thank you for downloading my podcast, Kathy Terrell. I'd love to be selling. So if you don't know, I live in New York City. And recently there were 2 live eBay events in New York City with a lot of eBay staff. These are great opportunities. And we're blessed, or I'm blessed, to be in New York, and other sellers that are in the area. If you're not aware of it, eBay has an office in New York City. eBay has offices in New York City, Austin, Salt Lake City. Here I have to go off the top of my head. San Jose, and in the Seattle area. And there might be one in Atlanta. I can't remember. And sorry, Atlanta, I can't remember. I think it's a small one, but I think there's one in Atlanta too. But there is one in New York City. Now, obviously, it's not as big as what they call the mothership, the one in San Jose. And typically that's the one where you see all the pictures with the eBay sign, and it's like a big clear area that you walk in. I mean, it's spectacular. I've been there a couple of times. It's a fantastic complex. But they have a wonderful office in New York City, much, much, much smaller, but terrific eBay staff, terrific times there. And I run the eBay meeting there for sellers. So we had an eBay meeting for sellers, and with a lot of staff presenting, which was great. And then eBay had an official eBay event that eBay ran in Brooklyn the same week, which was great. So we had staff that were coming in for our Tuesday meeting, and then there was also staff there for the Thursday meeting we had in Brooklyn. I attended both, which is great because I got to talk to a lot of staff, and had a very interesting conversation with senior staffer, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you. And we were talking about competitors showing up on your listing, which is a function of promoted listings if you're not aware of it. And if you see competitors, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. When you see competitors on your listing, you'll see it says sponsored. And depending on the category, and I'm picking a category where there's a lot of competitors and there's a lot of promoted listings, you see a lot of competitors on your listing. I mean, it's the truth. Your listing is showcased. Your listing is the biggest. The shopper has clicked and is looking at your listing, but eBay's showing other listings. Why is eBay doing this? eBay's doing this because eBay makes a lot of money this way because it's promoted listings. Typically, the ads that you see are from promoted listings general, which means eBay is not making money off of them unless the seller clicks the sponsored link and shops through the sponsored link within 30 days. There is promoted listings advanced, which is pay per click, but most of the placements that you're seeing most likely are general, but some of them could be advanced. And let me just show you what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to show you a workaround, which wonderful eBay staffer taught me, which I thought was great. So, oh, that's too small. Let's get bigger. There we go. Okay. I picked Michael Kors because it's a very, very big category. So, you can clearly see what's going on. So scrolling through this, and this is just the general feed, okay? So in a general feed, when you're going through and looking at a category, like when you're doing research, creating a listing, you're going through, and I'm just going to click on, and I'm just looking at this. Hang on a second. So this is interesting. So these, look at these. I don't see the word sponsored. I'm looking at the top 4. I don't see sponsored. And this is general feed. I just sorted. What did I sort? Newly listed. So far, none. Isn't that interesting? I'm clicking on this pink one just because I like pink. So we'll click on pink. And I want to make sure you're seeing this. You're not. I'm going to have to. All right, hang on a second. Is there a slight lag? There might be a slight lag. And no. Okay, good. So I will just show you. Because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I clicked in on the pink bag. Here we are. Crossbody purse, pink Sheila. Really pretty, isn't it? Here we go. And I'm scrolling down. Right here, similar items sponsored. These are promoted listings. So I clicked in and I'm looking at this beautiful bag. Okay. And I scroll down past price. I'm seeing the shipping. I'm seeing the return policy. Immediately, I'm being shown others. Sponsored. So that's all promoted listings. Scroll down. I'm seeing the item specifics. So again, this is about the seller's item. I'm seeing the seller's description. I'm seeing now about the seller. So I'm still on about the seller, seller feedback. This is on desktop, by the way. I'm sure you can say that, but I'm just saying it. Now, immediately, you might also like, this is a sponsored placement. More like this sponsored. Now, interesting. So you may also like, and they're not saying sponsored on this, so this may be organic because it doesn't say sponsored. This may be organic too. I'm not seeing the word sponsored on this. So this is organic search. This is just you creating a good listing. More like this sponsored. So isn't that interesting? 2 rows, organic, because listen, eBay just wants the sale. eBay loves you, but they want the buyer to buy. So yes, they'll show off your listing, but they'll show off your competitors too because they want the clicks. More like this. And look, somebody's a smart cookie and they've done a video which grabs my attention. Okay. So yes, on your listings, you have competitors. And I talk about it in my YouTube. Why is this showing up on my listing? And I also discuss it in my podcast. What is this doing on my eBay listing? But this is what the wonderful eBay staffer told me. So back to the pink purse. Hang on a second. Back to the pink purse. Good. So somebody is looking at your listing, any of your listings. Okay. Now this person happens to have a store, but I'm going to show you without a store too. They're looking at it. This is the main view. This is the first thing they see when they click in because they haven't scrolled down. They haven't seen any competitors. They haven't seen anything else. They are only looking at your listing. And they look at it and going, maybe she's got some other Michael Kors bags. Maybe she's got some other pink items. I like this. Let me see what else this seller has. And without having to scroll down or go anywhere else, see right here, sellers, other items. And it's right at the top. I mean, eBay has placed this prominently so that your shopper can look at your other items. Click it. This is true, by the way, because I tested this. This is true. Sellers other items shows on mobile and it shows on desktop. And I click through on it and I'm showing you what you see. And I want you to click too and do it too. It takes you, if you have an eBay store, it will take you to your store page. Okay. And if you haven't done a little homework on your store page, this is big motivation for working on your store page. The way you work on your store page, and this seller's really fleshed it out, I'm going to show you, is in your seller dashboard, and you're going to need to do this on desktop. Just click store, edit store, and scroll down. And you're going to see opportunities. Okay, she's got a header. That's up here, this banner. She's got a logo. Okay, we're scrolling down. This is if you click sellers other items and the seller has a store, this is where eBay is directing. And it's at the top of the listing. So top of the listing, I get to show off my other items is take a look at putting up a header, take a look at putting up a logo, and this is all in Edit Store. Look at this, featured categories. You can create featured categories. Again, why am I doing this? Because it keeps the person on my listings It helps me to get a sale. And notice there's no sponsored placement. Notice I have no competitor. Notice everything is me. It's my store, my listings, newly listed. She's got what's called a marketing banner. This is a big image. You can upload this. Again, this is all in Edit My Store just for you. Scroll down. Again, notice no competitors. Now, this is good. Very, very smart cookie, the Shellbell Thrifted Treasures. Look at her. Because I came in on the pink purse. Look, she listed several purses at the same time. The Draper James Crossbody, or, like one after the other. Michael Kors, another Michael Kors. And then we go to the bras. And this is one thing that my staffer told me is because of this button, because of sellers other items, and it is at the top of the listing, and I'm going to show you somebody without a store, is you want to make sure that you're listing regularly. Okay. This staffer recommended listing daily. So you want to list regularly. Why? Because it populates here in this seller other item. You'll notice the purse, then the purse, then the purse. Okay. So listing regularly so that when the shoppers click other items, there's items there. And the thing that she also mentioned with listing regularly is that they do have data that it helps you to list regularly in getting traffic to your items. Why? Again, this newly listed, not newly listed, sellers other items. Also, you do show in the newly listed search on eBay. But she said that listing regularly absolutely helps you as far as your listings ranking well in search. Also listing regularly because you're going to show up nicely in this sellers other items. Okay. Now the next question with sellers other items is, and notice, no sponsored placement. No eBay ads on sellers other items. There are eBay ads or sponsored placements on your listing, but the banners across the bottom. There's also sometimes you'll see a store promoted at the very top. That's the eBay store promoted listing where you can advertise your store. Okay, but nothing on sellers other items. Now, what about people without a store? So people with a store, get busy with your store. That's Edit Store, because there's a lot of stuff that you can add. You see how pretty that looked? Kept me on the page, kept me looking at her items, kept me browsing, kept me shopping. Because what we're about is driving sales. Let's look at people without a store. So back to, I'm looking at Michael Kors for sale. Here we go, Michael Kors for sale. And we're going to take a look at somebody without a store to see what it looks like. Okay, and let's look. Okay, we go up. And let's take a look at this. Nope. I'm just scrolling through. Take a look at the black padlock. Yes, okay, that was it. Okay, so we're going to take a look at Michael Kors black handbag padlock, handbag purse. Okay, this black purse, $25.10. Let's see if this comes through. Okay, no, so I'll pull it up for you. Okay, here we go. Michael Kors padlock. Here we go. So this is a lovely seller without a store. Again, we're in the Michael Kors category. There we go. Good. Michael Kors black handbag padlock. And what we're looking at, remember, sellers, other items. Again, it's right up here. It's next to your logo. It's next to your username, next to your feedback. eBay clearly holds this as important because it is the top, called top of fold, which is it's above the fold. It's what you see first. You don't have to scroll down. You don't have to go anywhere. And notice, up here we do have, see, look at this. This is the eBay store promoter listing. So this seller, Sultan Bazaar, is paying to have their store promoted. That's when you see the banners across the top. But on this, clearly the focus is on the seller's item, okay, because it's the biggest. 100% positive, go, go, go. Sellers, other items. Remember with the pink purse? We had a lovely eBay store. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, is this going to show? No, I gotta click out again. Hang on a second. So when I click it, I'm going to show you what I see, because this is the reason for regularly listing, because this is for somebody without a store. So this is even more important for people without a store. Not that people with stores shouldn't be listing regularly. Okay. Here we are. So when you click items for sale, the function is available for sellers with and without an eBay store, which I find really, really interesting. So yes, with the store, you have the header, you've got featured items, you have a lot of things that are available to you. That's your store landing page. But without a store, eBay still wants to show off your items to your potential shoppers. And the way it does that is sellers, other items. Now with this seller, when I click through on the purse, it's the only item. Now it is newly listed, so perhaps the seller has more items that they will be listing. And also perhaps this is the only item that they need to list. My assumption is it's a more casual seller because we only have one listing up. But what this is a reminder of is because of sellers' other items, if you can, to list a couple of items at a time, because that way you've got more things to be looking at, not just the one. Because of when they click through and look at sellers' other items, that one purse, so the first purse, the Michael Kors purse, that could get you traffic to other items. Okay. But look at this and look at this. Remember, I showed you the store and you can look at it. Sellers' other items with a store and without a store has no sponsored placement. None. There's no promoted listings. There's no sponsored placement. When you click, when your buyer clicks, your shopper clicks, sellers, other items, all they see is your items. And eBay holds this as important because it's up at the top. It's called above the fold. Okay. This really encourages us with a store to fill that out, to do your headers and do your buttons and everything as you have time, because it really develops that page and it keeps shoppers on the page and looking at your items, which is what you want. Without a store, it's a great reminder to have at least a few things listed, because when they click through, it can help to drive traffic to your other items and get you more sales. And if you're looking for more sales this summer, I have a great free tip sheet for you. It's on my website. I love to be selling, and it's top 10 tips to ignite eBay summer sales, because it can get a little slow. And I've got great tips. I've worked retail for over 15 years. If you don't know that, Macy's and Crate and Barrel and Bloomingdale's. So I've got a lot of great retail tips that work very, very well for online sellers. So do grab that. It's free. I was also in QVC for over 6 years. So I know a lot about how to present, how to sell, what shoppers are looking for. You're going to find it super, super, super helpful. So grab it. It's on my website. I love to be selling top 10 tips to ignite eBay summer sales, and take a look at sellers' other items. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling on eBay. Bye-bye, everybody.